We have discussed the previous 4 kingdoms and now we come to the most diverse, most beautiful and having lots and lots of millions of species, I would say, that is kingdom Animalia. Ranging from a small housefly that disturbs you and distorts you and a mosquito, and rather I would say the entire range of sponges that are present in the sea, the various corals which are present in the sea and make huge coral reefs, many kilometer long coral reefs are made by animals, to the beautiful whales, huge sized giraffes and rest of the animals which you see and you appreciate the beauty of nature. That is all thanks to the kingdom Animalia organisms, and we are going to study kingdom Animalia. Now till now you have understood animals and rest of the organisms which belong to this kingdom, including the birds. If I am saying animals, then I am referring to the birds, the reptiles, the amphibians, all those organisms which are according to the criteria set for being in kingdom Animalia. And we are going to see the general characteristics over here. What makes an organism an animal? That is very clear, that at the cytological level it should have an animal cell, that is, the cell should not have the cell wall. It should have centrioles and rest of the cytological specifications which makes a cell animal, and rest of the features which we are going to study, the general characteristics which are present in an organism, and that happens to be the animal. Now because there are millions and millions and millions of species, rather I would say that all the species, they belong, maximum of the species, if we study the plants, if we study the protistans, if we study the fungi, most of the kingdoms will not have half of the species as they are present in the animal kingdom. So for studying that particular kingdom, it needs to be classified, and the classifications are done. As many as 35 phylums are present in the kingdom Animalia. So you can very well imagine the size of the kingdom. So the kingdom is having 35 phylums, out of which there are 11 major phylums. So for division of the kingdom into those major phylums, what we have done, we have assigned certain characteristics according to which the organism would be divided into the various phylums. Now what are those certain characteristics? First one is that the grade of organization, whether the organism lies at the cellular level or if the organism is having multicellular level, the tissue level organization has come. Then lies the body plan, then there we have symmetry, we have germ layers which are present, then we have body cavity which would be present between the germ layers, between the various body cavity which would be present between the various germ layers, yes I am right, and inside that body cavity would be present the visceral organs, and then we have nutrition, then we have types of reproduction that we have. So on these bases we have the kingdoms which are divided, the kingdom Animalia which is divided into various phylums. Now individually we are going to see each general feature and we are going to see what each characteristic is giving to every phylum.